Watching Exquisitemad. Today we're going to be talking about something that seems like it's ordained, but it's not. It's actually one of the most vital things that you could do with your vehicle. So it doesn't matter how nice and how beautiful your vehicle is if your maintenance isn't on point and isn't up to par. One of the main things that everyone should do, regardless of how old or how new their vehicle is to check their oil. It's just a great practice. It's great before you hit the road for a long trip, or if you're in heavy stop and go traffic. It's a good practice to check your oil. So a lot of folks may not know how to check their own oil. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. So very easy steps, 1, 2, 3, you know, easy. So first we're going to identify where it's at. Typically, if your motor is facing this way, long ways, it's either going to be on this side of the engine block or that side of the engine block. If it's faced this way, then it's either going to be, most of the time, in front, okay? And sometimes you may see it in the back. Very rare. Some European cars have it like that, or some sports cars. Now, anyway, I'm going to continue. So on this particular engine, I'm going to look over to this side, because clearly on this side there's nothing here, and I'm going to show you what to look for. So we're going to come over here, and as you can see, I'm identifying right here that there's a place to put the oil. Now, since this is where you put the oil, and you see this oil icon here, right here to the left, this thing that's sticking out right here that has a place where you can actually pull up with your finger, okay? This is your dipstick. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take it out. I'm going to wipe it off. And what I'm going to be looking for on here, you're going to want to pay attention to where your full level is. So on this dipstick, okay, this here is the zone where you definitely don't want to be out of. You don't want to be down here. That means that your oil is low. Where this mark is here, a little bit above where this notch is, that should be full. So if the oil is up to here, then it's full. If it's below that, then you're low on oil. I have a napkin. Since I wiped it off once, I'm then going to insert it completely back into the engine. I'm going to come back, pull it out, and then I'm going to look. What I'm looking for is where it is, and as you can see with this oil, it's full. It's right where it needs to be. The next thing that I'm going to look at is the condition of the oil. So if you're in heavy stop-go traffic, if you're about to go on a long trip, or if you don't have a sticker on your window, on your windshield, indicating when you're supposed to get an oil change, well, it's an easy way to be able to tell. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to touch this to a white piece of paper. Now, what I am looking for here is, I'm looking at the color. This is a light brown golden color. This is what we want. The oil in here was just changed probably about 2 weeks ago. It's great. We go a lot of miles, but do check the oil before hitting the road in any of our vehicles. So this is what you want. If it's dark brown, or black, almost black, you need your oil changed. Get it changed as quick as possible, because what that indicates is, if that oil does not look like this color right here, like that, and it's brown, dark brown or black, then that means that your oil is wore out, is burned. Oil gives lubrication to the internal components of your engine. As it heats up, oil heats up, it loses the viscosity, and then it turns darker and darker and darker and essentially burns. So you definitely want to pay attention to it. So this is how you check your oil. So if no one has ever told you, or if you were just unsure, this is the easiest way. If you could do it while your vehicle is cool, it's a little bit easier because that way this isn't so warm. But even if so, hold on to it on one end and then hold on to it with your towel and then just wipe as so, and you could hold it like so and you could check it. So after we're done checking, I'm then going to put it back in, make sure it's all the way down, and we're done.